I'm so glad that I'm not waiting a week. It's Romania Black. Oh my gosh. So I recently decided to start watching 2 episodes of Attack on Titan a week. Because at first, a lot of you were like, oh, Romania, you need to catch up by the time that the last season airs, part 2. And I was like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm not worried about that. And the more I've gotten into the show, the more I've been like, but what if I did catch up? And I've done the math. I don't think I'll be fully caught up until March, but you know what? The series will probably still be going on or will have just finished by then, so I'll just have to catch up with the last part of season 4. So it won't be that bad, right? It won't be that bad. But yeah, so I'm glad I'm not waiting because last episode, this Titan showing up that is probably Eren, but I don't know how. But I want to know things, and so I have to watch because I want to know things. I want to figure out what the heck's going on. And so this episode's called Hearing the Heartbeat. And I'll tell y'all that with many series that I've watched, episode 8, there's something special about episode 8. It doesn't always happen with the series. I can't say it's guaranteed, but especially with a 12-episode season, episode 8 is always usually pretty special because episode 8's like that lead into the climax, so something great's going down. This feels like we're still in the Battle of Trost, but it seems like the battle's winding down, so it seems like things are still coming to a head. So here's the thing, y'all. Last episode, this Titan that may or may not be Eren, it's a good thing they didn't attack him, that Mikasa wasn't just like, yeah, sure, hack. And that's the end of that. That's the end of Attack on Titan. So glad that didn't happen, but I'm worried that the other people, especially Jean, is going to maybe try to attack this Titan. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to use the fact that this Titan is attacking the other Titans to take advantage and get their supplies and get the heck out of there. The only thing I keep thinking in the back of my mind is I'm like, oh my god, we still haven't seen the armored Titan. It hasn't showed up yet. Where the heck is it? So that's the only thing in the back of my head, like, where'd the colossal Titan go? Where's the armored Titan? This Titan that looks like Eren, that may or may not be Eren, is doing a great job of killing these Titans so far, but what happens when you face a 50-meter Titan or the armored Titan that's not 50 meters but pretty darn high? Because I think they said in the last episode that the 2 Titans that were fighting each other were 15 meters. So, but guys, oh my gosh, I just, all I want is for us to backtrack and figure out what the heck is going on, because so many questions have been raised and my curiosity is piqued. So, with that being said, we're not going to waste any more time in this. I'm so freaking hyped, and I can't wait to find out more. I'm going to be so mad if this episode's like a misdirect and we find out nothing, and I'll be like, but you know what? I'm going to take it in stride. We're going to get there. So, I hope you all enjoy this reaction, but yeah, let's do this. We are going to start episode 8 of Attack on Titan here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it to it, Lars. I'm really surprised by this episode. Okay, so okay. So there's some implications with this that are like crazy, right? So yeah, confirmed, it's Eren. It's definitely Eren in the Titan. In the Titan. He's not the Titan, he's in the Titan. So, okay, questions answered. That makes a lot of sense now. So, the colossal Titan, the 50-meter Titan, is a person. Totally convinced. Is a person. 100% is a person. And here's the thing. This is the disturbing implication, right? So, the disturbing implication is that, well, here's the thing. These Titans, they're like, it's like a kaiju. It's just like, it's like a Power Rangers. You're inside the suit. It's like a suit. You're in the suit. Fighting in the suit is what Eren, is that Titan that Eren has. It's like a flesh exoskeleton that's like huge, right? So, one, the scary implication is, okay, here's my thoughts about this. So, with this, are the putty Titans, the creepy, the regular Titans that are not Eren, that we know of, they don't have people inside of them, right? Because when they dissolve, there's nothing there. But But here's the implication. The part where you kill the Titans is the back of the neck, that spot. And when the Eren Titan dissolves and falls over and dissolves, like it's used up all its energy and dissolves, the first thing that comes open is the neck, revealing Eren. So here's the thing. Have all of these people, when they've been killing Titans and crunching them in the neck, is the reason they start dissolving the fact that they've killed the host? They've killed the host inside of them? Did I crack the code? No, don't spoil me. But all I could think about in that moment was, shit, we've been hacking Titans' necks left and right. Have we been killing people? Okay, so I have so many thoughts, like random theories. One, the whole government conspiracy angle is like illuminating in big, bold neon letters now, because I'm like, okay, has the government been creating these Titans like over the years and using people as like experiments to get them to see if they can stick with? Is Eren like an exception to the rule and he's the one that can control his exoskeleton and make it work? I'm guessing the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan are people now. People that know what Titans really are and are experienced. They might not be soldiers, but they're experienced enough to know what the Titans are. And the fact that the Colossal Titan showed up and then re-showed up 5 years later, it's a person. And it's working for somebody. It's theory number one. Theory number one is that. Theory number two is the Colossal Titan is another person that's been assigned to do a job. My question is, going into this, who are they working for? Because again, why would the government go to all this trouble to make these Titans and do all this if there wasn't a reason behind it, right? So, what the heck? But then other theory is, if the putty Titans, the messed up ones, if they're all failed experiments or people that have tried to get the exoskeleton to work but failed, have our Survey Corps just been killing people this whole time and thinking they were Titans and monsters, but really they were just humans that were mindlessly... Because they established in this episode the idea that Eren is fighting instinctively. Like, he's not cognitively thinking. He's just like, kill Titans. That's his mindset. So he's like, I don't know what else to think except kill Titans. And he just goes after Titans. That's why he's not paying attention to anybody else, and they're able to lead him to HQ. He's just kind of like so in the zone. And when he saw the Titan that killed Thomas and just bit his neck off, oh my God, that was insanity. But yeah, it was like the instinctual, I know who you are, and I'm going to get revenge on you for killing Thomas. So then the other theory is, if the Survey Corps has been killing people that have been failed Titan experiments this whole time, that's pretty disturbing. But the other thing is, what if they're not? What if the Titans are just, what if the putty Titans have been eating humans because they've been seeking a host? They've been seeking somebody to be inside of them. Ew. Like, that's a terrifying thought. Like, they've been eating people because that's what they're like, that's what they instinctively want to do or know to do. And the fact that they start eating on Eren, that was disgusting. So there's lots to think about there. Lots to think about there. But I'm surprised that this whole... Because here, the back of my head, what I was thinking was, my head canon was, and I didn't want to confirm that it was Eren or not until after this episode or the next, because I was like, I don't know, we got to confirm it, but I mean, it had the hair, had the eyes, I'm like, I know it's Eren, but I didn't know how. So my thought was they were going to somehow, I didn't know how, which the plan here with Armin was brilliant, but I thought that they were going to escape and get along the walls, and Eren was going to be stuck there, and then Eren was going to somehow, like, turn back or do something, and then was going to be stuck inside the walls and somehow get out, or like go off into the woods or something and regain consciousness there. Or I thought he was going to be by himself if he turned back human, or if he stayed in a Titan and regained consciousness. I was like, he's either going to turn back into a human somehow. I did not see the exoskeleton thing coming. I was like, okay, well, he's going to transform back into a human, or he's going to still be a Titan but regain his consciousness after his murder spree is done. I did not see the exoskeleton thing coming. What the heck? So yeah, which the whole thing without genitalia makes sense now. They're just exoskeletons. Of course they don't have genitalia. Yeah, cool. So the question then is, so that was my theory, and I thought he was going to be by himself, And then the rest of this season was going to be, okay, is Eren going to figure out what's happening to him? And he's going to tell the others. Is he going to reveal that he's a Titan to the others? And that's what I thought this whole season was going to be. No! We did away with that right off the bat. We're like, no, everybody knows he's a Titan. Well, at least the survivors there know he's a Titan. Here's the thing. One, are they going to tell people that Eren's a Titan? Because what the heck, he saved their lives. Are they going to respect him and not do that? But two, what does this mean? Because we've never had this happen in 100 years in this show, that someone's survived and gotten out of the exoskeleton. So what the heck? What the heck? I'm so beyond intrigued, and I have so many questions as to the how, the whys, definitely the whys, of what's going on. But I'm now convinced that that's why the Colossal Titan has disappeared. But here's the thing. Here's the one thing about the Colossal Titan that's weird, is that we saw Eren, his exoskeleton, dissolved and broke apart and released him from it, right? But with the Colossal Titan, it just vanishes. Like, it's instantaneous. It's like, bam, done, gone. Where does it go? Like, why does it dissolve so quickly? When Eren's Titan took a long time to dissolve, why did this one just do it like that? And the Armored Titan seemed to do it like that. So why? How are they able to do that? What the heck is going on? Okay? So there's stuff to think about there, like the mechanics of this. This changes everything. This is like opening up, okay, what have we been doing this whole time? Are these Putty Titans failed experiments? What are they? What's the deal? How's this going? What the heck? I just got done reading number 6, and so all I can think of is like Aurelius and this like godlike power and the people of number 6 trying to harness it. And I'm like, is this something similar where these Titans have an ability and humanity's trying to harness it? Like, I have questions. And I'm thanking you all for not spoiling me, but just know that my mind is like reeling with everything that I'm thinking about for this. But okay, going back to this episode, another thing that was amazing about this was not just the action and, oh my god, the battles with Eren and these Titans, holy crap, insanity. Not just that, but also this was a very big character developing episode for a lot of characters. Like, this was actually establishing and building upon the characters from episode 3. It's funny, I talked about episode 3 in the ED, but it's funny we're going back to this, but talking about this and these characters. So, yeah, going through the episode, Armin, MVP Armin. There's a lot of MVPs in this episode, and Armin's the first one, because not only did he have the idea about using Eren to stop and get to HQ, but he had the idea about the rotating platform, about getting the gas supplies. Like, from episode 1, we've established that Armin is a thinker. He's a strategist. He can come up with good plans. He may not be the strongest physically or mentally, but he's a good plan maker. And so God, and that Titan scream, like just that feral scream is just amazing. But yeah, so Armin gets MVP awards for like just being able to come up with that awesome plan. I love that we get the OP. It all comes back around. Like, that shot was so good. I love it. I love that Connie's on board with this too. Like, Connie's just a general congenial character, and I love that Connie's like, let's do this, and Mikasa's like, yes, let's do this. So we get that. But here's the other thing too, not only with these 3, but let's talk about Jean. Because Jean, I was so worried Jean was going to die this episode. And I was like, no, we've built your character up so much so far, you can't die yet. I love Jean. I don't like his character all the time because, like Marco said, he's weak. He's not a strong character. He has a lot of flaws. And he hides behind a lot of cowardice and a lot of fear and jealousy. But he also is relatable to the fears and anxieties of people around him. And he's like, oh, I'm not a good leader. It's like, no, Jean, you actually kind of are. Because when they busted into HQ and he's like, my actions have caused people to die. And it's like, yeah, it did. But you also caused these other people to live. And y'all were going to die anyway. So being a leader is making tough decisions sometimes and dealing with the outcomes of those decisions. And Jean is a prime example of this. Jean's like, I didn't make the best decision, but he's got to live with it, and he's got to move forward and move on. And he has that moment of weakness, and I love the symbolism of it's Eren coming in and saving him again. I'm just like, oh my god, like, it's amazing, like, just coming in again. So I'm just rewatching this episode now and seeing Eren inside of this Titan, like, just going feral. Next episode's gonna be wild. But yeah, what the heck. So Jean, and the facial expressions in this episode that Jean gives, the animation is gorgeous. When they do such a good job of, I thought Jean was like gonna get killed in that second shot, but they do such a good job of animating Jean's terror and panic, and then his resolve, and that moment between him and Marco. I'm sorry, someone way back in episode 3 was like, oh, Marco and Jean, my ship, and I was like, really, you ship Jean and Marco together? What the heck? Now I get it. I'm like, oh, Jean and Marco, because Marco's so nice, and he's just like, no, you saved my life because I could believe in you. You are a good leader. And it's like, don't die, Marco, because Jean needs a friend like you right now. He really does. Oh my god. And just incredible. And then the two people hiding up in the castle are the supply raid people. And it's like, and Jean is justified in punching them. He's like, you abandoned us. Like, we got here by sheer luck, and people died to get here, and you cowards have been hiding up here the whole time. Like, it's like, he says, I took advantage of my comrade's death, and many died at my command. I'm like, but that's part of being a leader. Like, that's gonna happen. If you're at war, people are gonna die if you're the leader, and you're gonna have to bear responsibility to that. Yep. And Jean is getting a taste for that. So I'm curious that if this moment in this episode, because all of you have said that things are foreshadowed, everything happens for a reason, has a purpose, that Jean is going to become a leader in this series after this episode based on what's happened because of him saving all the other people. But yeah, doing something is your job. Oh my god. And Reiner and Annie. Do not think I did not see that part where he was trying to like compliment Annie after she saved Connie, and she was just like, I'm just doing my job, whatever. Reiner, your crush is so obvious. It is so obvious that he likes her. I'm like, I'm rooting for you, bud. I am. She's frigid and cold, but I'm rooting for you. But the expressions on John's face are absolutely beautiful, and I love just the shot of him and the Titans looking through the window. Ugh. Gross. And then of course Eren just punching the bejesus out of him. Oh my god. And then Connie carrying Armin, and just in time. Oh my god. And yeah, so I'm really curious if we're going to, in the next couple episodes, get some flashbacks to what the heck, how Eren got in this position and what was going on inside the Titan. Like, what was he seeing? Like, because I'm assuming, I want to just pause this for a second. I'm assuming that he couldn't see the others because they were so small compared to him. Because if you look here, we get the size comparison chart, and we have like the cannon, the horse, and the human. And then we have a 5-meter class Titan, 7-meter class Titan, 15-meter class Titan, and the 60-meter class. So here's the thing. Eren is 15 years old at this point, and he's a 15-meter class Titan. So I wonder if age has anything to do with this. If they freaking tell us that little kids have been in these Titans this whole time, not having it. I'm not having it. No. But, oh my god, what if like the people that deserted from the military were turned into Titans? I have all these questions now and theories, and I'm like, I need to know more. So, yeah, don't spoil me, but I've got many theories. And so it's like a 60-year-old man that's the 60-meter Titan, and it's like an exoskeleton. I'm wondering why he doesn't have skin. If it's just he's so big that he expanded beyond the skin, and the skin couldn't hold him back, and all I could do was the muscles. So curious now. So curious indeed. But I feel like I've gotten so many answers, but also still have questions. Okay, so we got this close-up of Eren's eyes, and I want to pause it for a second so we don't see anything. Well, we kind of do. It kind of glazes over, and then he notices something. But it looks like him. So I'm so curious, y'all. Very, very curious. And they're like, don't worry, he's strong. He's stronger than the average Titan. Yeah. him just eating and punting the baby Titans. I lost it. I was like, oh my god, I can't take it. That was the most hilarious thing I've seen in this show so far. It was just boop, yeet. Like, there it goes. But yeah, so Jean, MVP. Armin, MVP. Mikasa, Annie, MVPs. Saving Connie and Sasha. That whole scene down in the cellar, absolutely intense. Like, them waiting until the very... I really thought Marco was going to die. I really did. I'm glad he did not, because Jean needed to hear that from him. But man, the idea of Sasha and Connie, of course, Sasha and Connie, the two that don't have, well, Connie doesn't have the strength. He's just agile. I like the callback that we got the Titan that killed Mina in the basement as well, in the cellar. And they're just walking around looking for people. That's so creepy. So creepy. And then they notice. But, oh my god, the fact that, and then Connie hesitated. You could see Sasha and Connie, you could see that their cuts didn't cut through the neck. It cut the side of them, so it didn't get on the spot. And so then Sasha's like, I'm sorry to attack you from behind. It's like, girl, you're so empathetic to a Titan. You're sad that you attacked it from behind, but that thing's about to kill you. And, oh my god. Oh my god. And it's that big one that killed Mina. With its ginormous eyes. Its creepy big eyes. Like, I don't understand why its eyes are so big. It's so creepy. And it just lunges after her. And then, yeah. So here's the thing. They're slicing it down the neck and stuff. But was there anybody inside? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I love Sasha's like, you saved me! I like that Sasha and Mikasa have been connected since episode 3. Like, Mikasa's the one that blamed her for the fart and then stuffed her with the bread and everything. Like, they've constantly been, like, side by side. And then, yeah, Reiner goes, that was close, Annie. I'm really glad you weren't hurt. And she's like, she just walks off. And you can tell Reiner's like, I tried to compliment her. And Bertolt's like, there, bud. Like, you tried. I just really want Reiner and Annie to get together. Is that so bad? And then, yeah, Marco faints. But yeah, so they get the supplies. Jean gets his pep talk. And Marco, like, basically stares lovingly into his eyes. And Jean with his legs crossed there. I'm like, oh, Jean, could you be interested in guys and girls? Of course you can. And then they all head towards the walls. But then they notice Armin. And it's Armin and Mikasa, and Mikasa's the one. So Mikasa saves Eren again. She saves him because she notices that Titan's being eaten by the others. Ugh. And here's the thing too. I wonder too if the Titans are trying to eat him because they sense that there's a person in his body, that they sense there's somebody in there that's human. I wonder if that's a thing too, if the Titans are drawn to Eren because Eren's inside of it and they know, and that's what they're after. And he's not regenerating fast like yeah. And I like that they're like, we need to kind of keep that Titan alive. I'm glad that they decide that. And then Jean, ironically, Eren saves Jean, and Jean's the one that's like, let's leave him to die and peace out. He's such a coward. Jean is such a coward, but I really love his character. I can't help it. I'm like, he's so compelling to me in this. And then, yeah, God, he just grabbing him by the neck because he saw that it was the one that ate Thomas. Like, no arms, half a rib cage gone, and he just grabs him by the neck and slings him into things. Like, what the hell? God. My God. And then, yeah, John's like, what's going on? And everybody's like looking down, and it's coming out of his neck is him steaming. Okay, and I want to see what the heck this is. What the heck is this? So it's in the base of his neck, but it's like in his spinal cord. It's like in his spinal cord. And he's like inside of him. And it was like attached to his face and everything. What the heck? And all of his stuff's healed. So I have so many questions. I can't even begin to tell y'all. I'm just, oh, wow. And yeah, and the episode title, Hearing the Heartbeat, her going to him, and his, like, he's there and his gear and stuff's gone. Well, no, his gear and stuff's all still there. It's just like he was swallowed whole. And she, like, listens for his heartbeat to know he's still alive. And then her crying is just... So, my question then is, well, one, why the heck is all this happening? But how did he get out of the Old Man Titan? Was this the Old Man Titan? Was it turned into something else? I don't know what's happening. I really need a flashback episode, and I hope that we're going to get that. And then, yeah, they bring him back, and Mikasa crying, and then, yeah, that whole thing just dissolves. That exoskeleton dissolves, and oh man, and of course the people at the garrisons are waiting, and they're still HQ, or no, I guess maybe they're on top of the wall, but his arm and his leg have regrown itself, and Armin's like, what the heck? So the question is, how does Armin leg regenerate? His jacket's gone. What? The jacket's gone. The arm and leg regenerated. Yeah. So what the heck? So he lost his jacket somewhere, but all his other gear stayed there. And then Armin, like, grabbing his hand and holding it to make sure it's real. What happened? And he's still passed out, and everybody else is like, we don't know! Oh my gosh. Yeah, what does this mean? That Eren did all this? Yeah, he did. Yeah, MVP. Eren's the last MVP to mention. He basically saved everybody. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Yeah. That episode has been one of my favorites so far, but it's like one question was answered and 15 more were asked. And so now the question is finding the answers to those questions. And are these guys going to keep it all a secret so that they can question Eren and find out what happened? I'm guessing that they're going to not tell anybody about this yet until Eren wakes up, and then them all, like, surround him and be like, explain, which will be us, the audience, explain. Is Eren going to tell them? Can Eren tell them? Will he even remember? That's the other thing. Will Eren even remember all of this? Maybe he won't. He'll just forget and be like, what happened? And they're like, you turned into a Titan. And he's going to be like, what? I wasn't a Titan. And then, do that. So, this was a really good episode, but now I want to know more. So the good news is I'm watching 2 episodes a week now. So next week, I'll be watching episode 9 and episode 10. I'm pretty excited. So I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. Please, no spoilers, but I'm curious to know what you guys thought. So please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I'll be back next week with episodes 9 and 10 of Attack on Titan. Bye.